Hey guys, Steve Welch here. Wanted to show you a few things about your windshield wipers that you might not know. Some things that are kind of cool. I bet you at least one of these you don't know, if not multiple of them. So now I'm in front of a Toyota RAV4 here. There's several other brands that I'm sure do the same thing, but most Toyotas seem to do this. So I'm going to kind of show you some things here real quick that you might not know about the Toyota and some of the things that your headlights will do for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get in here. So one of the first things that I'm going to point out, first thing I'm going to show you here is kind of pretty easy for me, but it's really hard for a lot of people. You actually get this button in here, right? This button is actually a heated element that is under your windshield wipers. So if you actually look in here, you'll be able to see under the windshield wipers. If you look real close, you can see these little lines that are down here, and I'll try to get pretty close for you there. But if you see those little lines, what it does is that actually heats up those elements. So if, in the case where there's ice or snow that's on the window, it can actually melt the ice or snow that might be on the window. So pretty cool, right? So something else about the Toyotas, some of them have this little box over here, and what that little box is doing is that is watching for rain, right? A little bit of rain on the window right now, but not a whole lot. But if you actually look at that and you look down here and you see auto, then you actually have rain sensing wipers. And if I turn this vehicle on here, what you can do is if it's all the way up, you get that one swipe, right? Put it down one time, there's your one swipe. Now you're in auto mode, and you can actually change that right there for the frequency of how often the rain sensing wipers will wipe. But something else that's kind of cool is that if you look over here, and this is one that a lot of people won't know, if you have auto lights, you put it into auto lights. If you look ahead of me, you can see there's a, I can turn on the lights there. You can see how I'm turning on or off the lights. So I've got them back to auto here, right? And if you turn on the wipers and they stay on in any kind of a mode for 10 seconds or longer, what you're gonna notice, and just keep watching the dash, and now you can see right here, your headlights just turned on. Now if we turn this back to off right here and keep watching the same icon, if you can see right there, and I'll show you on the front as well, but if it's off, it's actually a minute. If it stays with no wipers on, then it'll shut the lights off. What's the reasoning? Well, most states, mine included, have a law that says that if your wipers are on, that your headlights need to be on. It's obviously meant for safety. So, and it's more or less, it's just if it's raining, your headlights should be on. Well, what's the best way to know that it's raining? Well, your wipers are on, right? So we're almost to a minute here. You'll see it pop off here in just a second, but I just wanted to tell you exactly what that was and the reason for that. So it's watching for those wipes. Once it hasn't seen those wipes in about a minute, those lights will go off. There it goes. So you watched it go off right there. So now the headlights are off after about a minute, and that is part of safety, right? So now here's the other thing. Let me go ahead and I'm going to turn this on, right, to an on position. So I bypass the auto, I'm onto an on position. If you watch behind me, now on most SUVs, it's this way. I'm going to put this into reverse, right? And when I put it into reverse, watch this. One swipe on the back window, right? So I didn't touch the rear window wipers right here. So I just had it in park and put it into reverse while the wipers were on, and I got that one swipe out of the back. So basically it knows that your wipers are on in the front. So as soon as you come through and you do that into reverse, it knows that you're going to need at least one swipe back there on the back. So that's something else that Toyota does that you might not even realize they're doing to help you be a little bit safer, because you might not even realize that it did that. So now what's the last thing I'm going to show you? Last thing I'm going to show you is really cool as well. So when you shut off the vehicle, right, and this is on a lot of Toyotas, shut off this vehicle and then hold this up, right, and then watch. It brings your wipers up. So what is that? That right there is a very, very good thing, because that is your windshield wiper maintenance mode. Because when they're up here and you're going to replace them, Now it's very easy to go ahead and replace those wipers. You see, you can replace those very easy, as opposed to when those wipers are down like this and you're trying to reach all the way over to here and possibly trying to, once this is up, you know, now trying to get to that is going to be a lot more difficult than what it would be in the mode that I just showed you over here, which is your windshield wiper maintenance mode. Whole lot easier to get to that wiper right here than what it would be otherwise. So the last thing about windshield wiper maintenance mode, when they're up like this, you might go, well, how do I get them back down? Well, that's pretty easy. You just come back in, turn the engine back on, of course, and just come over to your wipers, hit them one time, and then they're down. And if you want to go back into your automatic, if you have the automatic on the wipers, you go down there. Now keep in mind, just because you have now keep in mind that you don't have to have the automatic wipers for it to turn on your headlights. You have to have the automatic headlights and be using your wipers for the automatic headlight. There you guys go. So Steve Welch here with Beaman Toyota in Nashville, showing you 5 things you might not have noticed about your windshield wipers, and things that the wipers control, things that you control, things that make you safer, all without you even knowing it. So Steve Welch here. You guys have a great day, and talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you.